Alright, welcome back to second chapter. We have a conversation to go have with Ambassador Cochrane, but sometime after that, and maybe between now and when we go to the Erebonian Embassy, I'd like to talk more about the Dull Night series that we read. Hopefully you stuck around and read it, because there was some interesting stuff at the very end there. This should be the Ambassador's office. Shall we say hello to Elsa? Alright, let me introduce you. Yes, come in. Pardon us, Elsa. Remember this woman? We ran into her and the Erebonian ambassador when we were, I think, in Grand Cell flying on the way to Ruan? Why, Zen Vatek. Hello. Come in. Last I heard, you'd returned to Calvert. What's an old dog like you doing back here in Grand Cell? Ah, well, let's just say this old dog had a trick or two more to show off. I'll likely be here in Liberl for a while. As to be expected of an A-rank bracer, I suppose. You never let up, do you? So, who's this with you? A pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. These are our, assistants, Olivier Lindheim and Chloe Renz. A pleasure, Ambassador. It's a pleasure to meet you, Ambassador. The pleasure is mine. I'm Elsa Cochrane, Calvard's ambassador to Liberl. I get the feeling this is a bit more of a social call, though. I'm afraid so. Estelle and her party asked about the threatening letter the embassy received. Ah, that letter, yes. You're helping the Royal Army investigate the matter, then? Technically, yes. Threats of terrorism aren't exactly something the Guild can ignore either, though. Would you mind helping us out? Well, I suppose. We're well stuck into the situation after all. What would you like to know? Well, to start with, do you have any idea who would have sent that letter? Like, does anyone in the Republic oppose the signing of the pact, or... Well, of course. You're looking at one after all. Huh? Elsa, please. Try not to tease the kids too much, yeah? Well, the truth's in. I'm pretty sure I've chewed your ear off about Erebonian enough for you to know what I think, Well, yes. Still, Miss Bright, don't misunderstand me. President Rocksmith and Parliament have already approved the pact. My personal feelings won't get in the way of my job. Right. Is there anyone else from Calvert who might oppose the pact? Oh, certainly. They're all tiny groups, though. And to be honest, there's no real reason to oppose it anyway. No reason? I don't quite follow. It's not worth bothering. The pact doesn't have any practical effect. It's simply agreeing to the statement, we shall not rely on violence to solve international problems and negotiate instead. It's more of a declaration than anything else, but it is little more than a promise which can be broken without consequence, save a loss of face, no? Precisely. The worst it could do would be to rally other countries against the aggressor. Now, it's true that relations between Erebonian and Calvert have gotten even worse than usual over the past decade. So there is some value in establishing Liberl as a place where we can negotiate. But again, who'd bother opposing that? Yeah. It doesn't really seem like the thing you'd send a bunch of threatening letters about. Well, Ambassador Cochrane, if you don't believe someone from Calvert is the perpetrator, then whom do you suspect? Well, my gut of course tells me to blame it all on the Erebonians, their militaristic Hawk faction specifically. But frankly, even they have the new engine on the line. They aren't so stupid as to cut off their noses to spite their faces. The new engine? Wait, you mean the one from the Arcel? Yes, an engineering sample will be provided to both Calvert and Erebonia. It'll happen right after the signing, in fact. Whoa! Ah, as to be expected of Queen Alicia. She holds both Empire and Republic in the palm of her hand. Yes, I have to admit, she's handled this masterfully. That cutting-edge engine is going to birth a whole new generation of airship designs. And Alicia is practically handing it out, so long as you sign this agreement, and play nice with it and each other, at least for a while. Even the most testosterone-poised ninnies among the Erebonian Hawks wouldn't want to miss this chance. Yeah, I guess so. Which means, of course, that the possibility that either the Republic or the Empire interfering directly is pretty low. Indeed. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. No, you're a big help. Just being able to cross suspects off the list helps a lot. Oh, speaking of which though, we'd like to ask you about something else. Estelle asked Ambassador Cochrane about Rin's parents. Harold Hayworth, a merchant from Crossbell. I can't say it rings a bell. I'm sorry. He's never visited the embassy, at least. Darn. Well, thanks. Do remember that Crossbell sits directly between Erebonian and Calvert, however. You may want to inquire at the Erebonian embassy as well. Okay, thanks, Ambassador. And thanks for being so open with us. You're quite welcome. I'm glad I could help. By the way, you said your name was Estelle Bright. You wouldn't happen to be Brigadier General Bright's daughter. Oh, you know Dad? Of course. The heroic vanquisher of the Imperial Army, and now the head of Liberal's Royal Army. I had heard he had a daughter, but I didn't expect to meet you like this. Well, I'm just kind of an inexperienced newbie myself still. You're off to a good start then, I think. We at the embassy have relied on the guild a number of times in the past. Should the time come again, I hope you'll aid us, Miss Bright. Well, if the chance comes up, sure. Well, we'll see you around. And I think that does it, unless we get, someone stopping us on our way out? Nope, looks like we're clear. Alright, next stop, Erebonian Embassy across the street. So there's some interesting stuff going on in that Dull Night series. So I said at the end of that video that I wasn't ready to talk about it. That was because I wasn't sure if I could talk about it. Because Trails games and what's said in them, it gets a little murky when you've played all of them. And it's like, did this already happen? Or am I thinking of a later event that hasn't happened yet? But no, I had to go back and look at our own videos and our own playlists to make sure it got brought up. And it did. It got brought up at the end of the first chapter in Rouen, in the conversation between Lawrence and Blue Blanc when they were at the pier and Kevin was eavesdropping on them. The term the 13 factories, and then I brought it up again at the end of that video. It was like part 7, I think. So the 13 factories, that's a term that's related to Ouroboros, and all of a sudden it comes up in the Dull Night series at the end right there. Very interesting stuff. I had never read the Dull Night series. Now I'm glad I did, because I didn't know that was in there. So how much of the Dull Night book is truth and how much of it is fiction, I don't quite know. But I know that, like, the concepts in it, the puppeteering parts and all that, super real. Super, super real. So, like, these puppets that, that Pedro and Capri, his master, and Harlequin are using, I was like, I'm familiar with that technology. As someone who's played Trails games, I know that kind of technology. And we will see more of quote-unquote puppets in the near future. Anyway, the 13 factories are, they are a set of factories that quote-unquote belong to Ouroboros. They are where Ouroboros makes their shit. And as we will see later in this game, Ouroboros has a favorite little toy that they like to use. And it's probably one that we are going to be seeing in the not too distant future that relates to the kind of like technology and development that is actually in those puppets. We will see more of that in the future. Hello, Bergen. You've been well, I hope. Olivier? Where in the hell have you been? Why, I've been places. What's wrong? What's wrong, he says. You've been totally incommunicado ever since you went to Elmo. Major Vander's about ready to throw you out a window. Ah, he wishes to launch me like a love rocket. Adorable. Olivier, did you seriously forget to tell Mueller and the embassy you were with us? When wandering the roads hunting for love, one must be discreet and secretive. Well, Bergen, may we enter? I can't say no to you, but, who's with you? Oh, we're from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to ask the ambassador a few things, if that's okay. We thought we'd try having Olivier introduce us. Oh, okay. Well, there shouldn't be a problem with letting you in, then. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy. Do remember that the embassy is Erebonian soil, so be careful, yeah? We will be. Ooh, Erebonian soil. Look how fucking opulent this place is. Erebonia is so far up its own ass. This is quite the building. Whoa, this place definitely matches the Calvardian embassy in terms of fanciness. Grandiose and yet powerful at the same time. It's very imperial, if nothing else. It is a stage upon which the Empire can parade its influence and power. Alas, that the actors are unequal to the set dressing. You realize Lord Cranach would hit the roof if he heard you say that. Ah, my most bosom companion. It has been an age. Are you well, dear Mueller? I would be better if I could cut you in half and be done with it. I told you again and again to ensure we're constantly aware of your location, and you... but 'tis a tactic in the war of love. Did you know? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Estelle Bright, you have my thanks. I can only imagine the trouble this idiot's been causing you. Actually, he hasn't been too bad, I guess. He's been really well-mannered, comparatively. Well, ignoring the lunatic. I presume you have some business here at the embassy. Yes, sir. We would like to speak to the ambassador. Estelle explained her desire to meet with the ambassador concerning the letter. That letter, right. I'd been somewhat concerned myself, but I'm surprised the guild is acting. This is a request from Brigadier General Bright in the Royal Army, I take it. Technically, yes, but we're trying to investigate it as neutrally as we can, you know? Nobody's guilty till proven, that kind of thing. A commendable mindset. No doubt why he chose you. Very well, I shall introduce you to Lord Ambassador Cranach. I suspect you'll find it easier to gain his trust if I do the introductions as opposed to a certain someone. Really? Thanks, Mueller. Haha, thanks. Thank you, sir. Wait, you really have so little faith in me? You, thought we had faith in you for this? If you introduced us, you'd probably want to have us kicked out. Sorry, Olivier. The sting of being forsaken. The sting of the truth, maybe. Lord Cranach is in his office on the second floor. I shall go announce your arrival. Give me a moment. We'll wait then. Yeah, we'll wait as we poke around this Erebonian embassy. Hello, maid. Oh, hey, it's been a while, Olivier. Are these your guests? Indeed. One could call them guests, but I'm more inclined to think of them as my soulmates. Our days spent together have been so tender, so sweet. I feel to merely call this force love does a disservice to our bond. Is that not so, Estelle? My. Wait, does that mean you've dumped Mueller? My head hurts. I think I'm starting to understand Mueller's suffering. Alright, this is the room that Mueller came out of, which is nothing. It's a guest room. How about up here? Now, I know this place has a library, just like the Calvard one. Here we go. Who are you? You're Nathan. All the books in this room were published in Liberal. To learn about someone's nation starts with their culture. You're free to read them, but please put them back where you found them once you're done. I wonder, is there anything in here I can actually fucking read? Yeah. What's gonna be here? The shelf? Yeah, I knew it. This shelf holds the Carnelia series. So if you didn't read it in first chapter, you could read Carnelia in here. Carnelia also gets reprinted, and you can buy it and reread it in the first Trails of Cold Steel game. So yeah, Erebonian is a fan. They like Carnelia. Alright, that's all that's in here. For now, we are very close to our next Gambler Jack, so I should create a save file. Make sure that I don't miss it. What do we got in here? Who are you? Counselor Alfred. Hey, Olivier. I heard you went to the hot springs. I'm so envious. I've been working until I'm dead on my feet getting ready for the signing ceremony. And Gerald. The closest imperial city to Liberal borders is a place called Parm. I'm actually from there, by the way. It's close to Bose, which makes it convenient to return home for visits. Of course, it's not so convenient to visit the imperial capital from there. There aren't any public scheduled liners in Erebonia, so I have to switch over to the railway system. Erebonia loves its trains, yo. Which is weird when you think about it. Like, some of the explanation, like, later games is that, well, Liberl's terrain is so mountainous that it makes sense that they would develop airliners as opposed to trains. But when you look at the map, it's like, well, Erebonian is like fucking, like, 2 to 3 times size of Liberl. You would think it'd be faster if Erebonia had developed its own airlines. It'd be easier to fly to all its major cities, but it's like, nope. Railways, yo. We're super into trains. Also, Parm, I know where that is. So this is the office. Wow. Indeed. Shall we make our grand entrance and shock the ambassador into silence? Mueller can totally cut you in half, you know. I apologize for the wait. Lord Cranog will see you now. Let's go then. I don't like the way this guy's name is spelled. It should be like Kranig, right? But it's Nog. Keeps bothering me every time we see this guy. So this is the guy that Elsa was arguing with at the airport. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy, guests. I am Lord Deville Cranog, the duly appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land. I'm Estelle Bright, the Bracer Guild. Zid Vatek, also of the Guild. I'm Chloe Rins, a second-year student at the Genis Royal Academy and assistant to the Bracers. And I am the servant of love and peace, Olivier Lindheim. You. I'd heard you'd gone missing in Elmo Village. Try not to worry Mueller further, Olivier. Or me, for that matter. Such a strict dressing down. Much more and I'll have to lose my jacket. Setting that aside. We're here to inquire about the threatening letter, yes? What do you want to know? Okay, I'll be direct, sir. Do you have any idea who might be behind the letter? Is there anyone in the Empire who might oppose the signing of the pact? Why, you are direct, young Bracer. I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, that I can think of no such person. His Majesty is very happy with the pact as it stands, in fact. And no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to gainsay his leadership on such a matter, of course. Yeah, I bet. So you think it's the work of someone outside the Empire, then? What other answer could there be? If you want my opinion, it's the opposition party and Calvert behind all this. Some silly ploy to make the president look bad, no doubt. Opposition, doing whatever it pleases. This is a perfect example of the fallacies of mob rule. I have to question that, your lordship. Don't get me wrong, our major political parties basically beat each other over the head anytime they can, but even if the pact fell apart due to this, I don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith. Details. You think the mob thinks like that? All I can say for certain is that the person issuing these threats cannot be from the Empire. That should be more than enough insurance for you. Well, excuse me, Lord Cranog? May I ask what Chancellor Osborne's opinion of the non-aggression pact is? What? Flawless riposte, Chloe. Who? The highest appointed official of our most glorious and august imperial government, the Blood and Iron Chancellor Gileath Osborne. His nickname comes from his personal motto, our nation's peace must be built on a foundation of blood and iron. He has foreseen the expansion of the rail system, as well as the annexation of several smaller states on our borders, though less than diplomatic means. Annex? Wait, you mean he... Olivier! How can you criticize your empire's chancellor? Oh, but Davil, how was I criticizing? I simply stated the facts. But come now, it wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative now. We've already spoken with the lovely Ambassador Cochrane over at the Calvardian Embassy. She was quite helpful, you see. What? Why, if we don't help those people now, it will give them cause to doubt the character of Erebonia. That would be a tragedy, wouldn't you agree? Urgh. My Lord Cranog, there is no need to keep information related to this hidden. May I humbly suggest that being open in this case will not present a problem? You have a point, Mueller. Very well. To answer your question, Miss, Chancellor Osborne, like His Majesty, is most receptive to this pact. In fact, I hear he is actually the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it. Really? That's because he's looking forward to getting the engine, right? No, apparently he recommended it to His Majesty before any mention of the engine. If anything, I'm glad there is harmony at home over this pact. There's been no pressure for us to negotiate. Hate to say it, Estelle, but it looks like there really isn't any chance it's someone from the Empire. Yeah, looks that way. Ambassador, thanks a lot for answering our questions. See? It's as I said. You're looking for the guilty party. You should look elsewhere. Oh, but, one sec. If you don't mind, we have one more question. Still asked Lord Cranog about Ren's parents. Yes, a most pitiable situation, the separation of a child from her parents. Imperial traders do visit the embassy at times, but a merchant from Crossbell. I do not recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with this Hayworth, Mueller? No, I've never heard of the man either. Really? This is starting to look kind of grim. To search at once for both a blackmailer and a lost child's parents sounds most trying. It may seem trite, but I do wish you luck, young lady. Thanks, Mr. Lord Cranog. Allow me to show you to the gate, then. Alright, so this tiny little window in which Mueller is following us is when you come to the library and you talk to this dude again. How could this be? This book is banned in Erebonia. Who put this on the shelf? Crap. If Ambassador Cranog knew, I'd get an earful. I know, you there. Take this book. There you go. This tiny little, this tiny little window in which you walk from that door to this door is the only time you can get that volume. Trails, man. Trails. Thanks, Mueller. Talking with the ambassador was a big help. No, you don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all our nations. We should be working together. Indeed. I do hope we can solve this. Huh? Olivier, you're awfully quiet. It's nothing. I was simply lost in reverie for a moment. It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind. Okay. Olivier, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're here in Grancel, yes? Where else? I would not miss the chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed, as always. What? Oh, my. Stop with the jokes before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far and I may have to spear you upon the embassy flagpole. So that's the direction I should approach from. You teach me more every day. Alternately. I could just cut you in half right here. I'm fairly sure I could explain it to Lord Cranog. That would be rather less lovely. Forgive the joke, my friend. So that's how you keep Olivier under control. Maybe I should write this down. I'd say they match each other perfectly myself. That's a terrifying thought. Well, regardless, I shall pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation. Thanks again, Mueller. Mueller's a good dude. Evening already. Time does fly when you're having fun. Niall should be back by now, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. Alright, let's get over to that newspaper. So I might have screwed up. Ooh, look at our shadows there. I might have screwed up. No, I think it's fine. I haven't done this quest yet with the missing exhibit. I was like, man, I hope I didn't miss my chance when it went to evening. But no, it should be fine. Let's go to the museum now and talk to the director. Let's see. It's not this person. I bet it's someone we can talk to. I don't think I missed it. I think when you completely miss your chance, here we go. It was, it's the painting of the Arcel. It's now gone. Yeah, so I should be able to do it now. Hello there. How can I help you? Better yet, how can we help you? We're with the Bracer Guild, sir. Oh, excellent. I was hoping someone would come soon. Let's waste no time getting down to business. Yeah, sure. So, what was stolen? About that. Do you notice anything off here? Off? This is the airship gallery, right? Hey, now that you mention it, something seems to be missing. You're right, Estelle. There was a portrait of the Arcel on this wall, as I recall. Now that you mention it, Chloe, I do remember seeing something like that being here. How could I forget? I saw the portrait myself while touring the capital. Guess we know why you called us now. The portrait of the Arcel was stolen, wasn't it? Precisely that. It was there this morning, but around noon or so, I noticed it was gone. This card was on the wall in its place. What a bastard. Oh, beauteous princess and her loyal companions. The image of the proud white falcon has fallen into my hands. Should you seek it, then answer my challenge. The first key is in the residence of the aged general. Search the onlooker of time. Ha ha! Him. Again. Our rivalry burns brighter still. Yeah, sounds like Phantom Thief Blue Blanc, alright. You guys told me about him, but I thought you were exaggerating. You already know who the criminal is? Now that's what I call reassuring. I have every confidence that you'll crack this case. We won't let you down. We'll be back before you know it. I like how they're just like, alright, let's go do this bullshit. He's already actually gotten me a little stumped. I've kind of forgotten where it is you go. But I think it's a house, I want to say on the west side? I could be wrong though. So I'm going to cheat. Okay, I figured out where to go. Yeah, my first inclination was right. It is here on the west block. So is it this house? Yeah, it's this one. So the clue said to go to the residence of the aged general. I don't think we learned this in first chapter because I probably wasn't very thorough. But this house right next to Grancel Cathedral is technically General Morgan's house. See, General Morgan's residence. Rayanne's hungry, so I need to hurry. Okay. Oh, wasn't this girl, Rayanne, was she kidnapped in first chapter? That's right. I think she was in the holding area where Chloe and other people were being held in the villa. Alright, so there's something in here that we're supposed to interact with. It's this clock. So the aged general is probably General Morgan. In that case, is this the onlooker of time? I'd say it's likely. We'll need to check inside. Estelle asked and received permission from the owners of the house to investigate the clock. Upon inspection, they found a card stuck to the back. The second key is in the city. Seek the symbol perched on the ground. Ha ha! As we thought. My, to think something like that was in this house. Well, this guy isn't the type to harm people who aren't involved in his weird plans, so don't worry. Best to close up tight at night just in case there's any more mischief, though. Yes, of course. Yes, we'll be careful. Alright, shall we continue? Let's see here. Symbol perched on the ground. Not quite sure what this is. Got caught on the gate for a second there. Let's go into the south side. It's in the city. My first thought was this statue, but I don't think that's it. Wait, maybe it is. It is. It's super this. It's the plaque on the back of it. How sneaky. The symbol perched on the ground, huh? This white falcon symbol seems suspect to me. This bird is the symbol of a pearl, so it would stand out. Let's have a look. There's a card stuck on the base of the iron fence. The third key is in the foreign manse. Examine the will of the Blue Knight. Ha ha! Alright, we got it. But what does the Blue Knight mean? Is he talking about the Royal Guard? They do certainly wear blue uniforms. I think not. It says the foreign manse, so I don't think the Royal Guard makes sense. More than anything else, it wouldn't be beautiful, so we should try something else. Is that right? Well, it is coming from someone similar, so I guess maybe I should listen to his warning here. Well, this one's a little more obvious because we were very thorough. It's obviously referring to the Dull Knight series. I believe it's going to be chapter 15. Alright, so which room was the library? I think it was the one down here. Here we go. I think it's the 15th chapter. Nope, not this shelf. Here we are. there's a card trapped between the pages. The door has already been opened. Join the dance of the valorous. Oh, look what I found. Oh, I get it. I guess this is technically considered Republican territory. It absolutely is a foreign manse. And the Blue Knight is a character from the novel, I think. Geez, he sure is detail-oriented. Anyway, I got a feeling that this next one's the last of them. Dance of the Valorous. Well, now where could that be? The arena, I think? Let's head over there. Where our moment of triumph was, with almost this exact team. Sub Chloe for Joshua. Huh? It's unlocked? The entrance here should be kept locked as long as there's no show, like the martial arts tournament. In which case... it seems this is our goal then. Alright, let's get inside. Oh, they play the ominous music to let you know what's up. Alright, stop. Save. The Grand Arena. Kinda nostalgic. Feels like we were here just yesterday. Just standing here has me recalling the admiring roar of the audience. You were invited to the castle after you won the martial arts competition, right, Estelle? I wish I could have joined you on that field. Thinking about it, I was still pretty amateurish. But, you know, once this whole thing is cleared up, I'd like to take part in the next year's martial arts competition. To test my own ability, for one. Now that sounds like Hash's daughter to me. I'd like to join in on the action too. I don't really feel like I'd have a chance against you, Zen. Well then, I shall sing from the seats to cheer you on, Estelle. I will serenade my love for you as mightily as I can. Pass. Monsters? This feels reminiscent of some old Colosseum games. The setting is certainly apt. It's a pity we lack an audience. Here they come! What a dirty trick. Set us up to fight these frickin' monsters. What a dick. Wow, that's pretty strong. It almost killed the two little ones. Alright, let's go for this dude. Right, I haven't checked out Zen's crafts in a while. So he's got all his like late game ones on him already. Zen packs a big punch, but he's usually used for hitting one at a time. And his ornament is not great for building lots of good arts either. Not a huge fan of the way Zen plays, to be honest. Alright, let's get rid of the ads. They don't cause a problem. Preparing to use arts, huh? You're done.
Savor the victory. We earned
it. What? What was that? It was like a magic trick. What a fabulous display. He is a fitting rival indeed. He's even weirder than I thought he'd be. Well, whatever. Let's check the contents. Yep. Receive portrait of our cell. There was a card stuck to the bottom of the box. My princess, my rival, and brave bracers. Did you enjoy the show I prepared for your arrival? As I do not wish to upset the mood of our main role, it is time for the supporting actors to take their bows. I hope you will look forward to our next chance meeting. Ha ha! Some chance meeting. I wish he'd cut it out. But there's something curious about it. Main role, supporting actors. What does that mean? Now that you mention it, screw it. Let's go return the photo to the archives. I can't thank you enough, Bracers. Still, why would that Phantom Thief fellow steal a portrait of the Arcel? It certainly is lovely, but it's really nothing more than a simple portrait. It holds little monetary value. Well, he doesn't really care about value so much as he cares about pulling off a good prank or two. And it's probably our fault that the museum got wrapped up in this latest one. Sorry for putting you through all this. No need to apologize. It wasn't your doing. And if anything, I'm very pleased with how you handled this. Excellent work. That's it. Let's go report into Elnan. Before we head over to Liberal News to hopefully speak with Niall. He should be back by now. Let's see, where am I? I'm right next to the shopping place. The evening sun dyeing white clouds such a brilliant scarlet color. And me, such a small piece in the grand scheme of things. Hey Ricky, who am so insignificant? What should I do? Why don't you try running after the evening sun? Not sure how much it'll accomplish, but you might find yourself feeling better just from the flow of things. Oh, stupid Anton. Might pop in here real quick. Shop. Yeah, no new Liberal News. There is one detour I want to make, but we can do that on our way to the West Block after talking to Elnan. Oh, I went into the stupid airport like an idiot. Wrong exit. I'm all turned around now. Okay, North Block, that's fine. And then just turn down here and go to the South Block. Reminds me of that bullshit part in first chapter where you're doing like the sneaking mission around Grand Cell at night. God, that is such bullshit. Right, report. Thanks, Elnan. Anything new here? Nope. Alright, to the West Block. I have completely missed my turn. Here we go. Oh, I still haven't sold off all that useless crap in my inventory. Let's see here. Somewhere around here. I think here we go. Check out these birds on the ground. Hash brown. Chirp, chirp. Alright, so they disappear as you walk. Oh, that's a bug. Look at that. Look at that bug. That's not supposed to stay there. Let me exit the area and come back into it. So yeah, the birds come back. So let me talk to this one. Croissant. There's a weird achievement in the Steam version of this game that's like, what's it called? It's like Breakfast Odyssey or something. There are a lot of birds around Liberal that have like breakfast food names, and like if you manage to talk to all of them, it's an achievement or something. Some dumb bullshit. Freaking Xseed. Hey, what's up, Niall? He's back. There he is. Hey, Niall. Hello. Who in the hell? Well, what do you know? You guys. How you doing? Good day, Niall. Huh, pardon our intrusion. Oh, it's that bard guy and, Your Highness. Oh, good day to you, yeah. You even have Zen, the immovable of Calvert, with you. You got kind of a gang going on here, Estelle. Yeah, a lot of stuff's happened since we met last. How'd your coverage of the election in Rouen go? Damn well, that's how. Got the article done thanks in part to you guys. Speaking of, what brings you here today? Got a hot scoop for your old buddy Niall? Well, actually, we're the ones who'd like to know something. We heard the Liberal News received a threatening letter. You guys investigating that thing? I figured the military would have been taking care of that one. We're working on requests from the military, actually. So, do you know anything? Well, I just got back to the capital, so I don't know much. To be honest, I'd like to hear what you guys know, if anything. That's real helpful, Niall. Come now, you're a newsman, a hound for a good story. Surely you must have a clue as to who our villain is. I don't have time for this. That's a bit impolite, you two. Niall, I know this is a lot to ask, but please, if you have anything at all, share it with us, please. Well, hey, Your Highness, you don't need to lower your head to me. For crying... Fine. Okay, so this is off the record, but We ain't the only ones who got a letter, not even close. Iceland Fortress got one, then the Cathedral, the Airship Company, the Hotel Roenbaum, and then both embassies, Grancel Castle and the Herb Royal Villa all got one too. There were 9 letters in total. Huh? Something wrong? Niall, we heard that from the military already. What? Damn it, that was my big scoop for the day. Doesn't look like we're going to get much out of this. Yeah, time to move on, I think. Now you wait just 1 second, Missy. You keep talking like that and Niall Burns, star reporter for the Liberal News, is gonna have a name worth a pile of crap. Alright. Let me let you in on my take on this whole mess. Well, okay. You may want to be brief, Mr. Burns. Fine, listen up. Here's the short of it. My gut tells me this is some kind of huge prank. The threats aren't real. We thought that too. You sound awfully sure though. Mind telling us why you're so convinced? Okay, trick is, I've covered terrorist threats like this before, right? But with this, there's no reality to the threat. Threats only work and have power if they describe, or at least imply, something nasty that's gonna happen, see? These letters have exactly none of that. Mr. Burns does have a point. Disaster will be visited upon you does not offer much in the way of a specific terror. Exactly. I've got a hunch this isn't about stopping the signing ceremony at all. This is more about getting people worked up over a threat, and then sitting back and watching the fireworks. I see, that's kind of a good point. There is some sense behind it. I'm still bothered by the fact that so many letters were sent though, and each and every one was sent to a place involved with the ceremony. Yes, for a prank, whoever did this seems to know a lot about what's happening. That does seem kinda true, on the surface. Think about it though, all that info would be pretty easy to find with a little digging. Hell, I knew about those places weeks ago. Anyway, I'm gonna be working this on the assumption that it's a prank. Maybe you guys should stick to your guns about it being a real threat, and we can compare notes later, eh? Yeah, good idea. Thanks, Niall. That actually helped a lot. Darn right it did. Just stop by if you want to swap stories. I'll be sitting around here until the pact's signed. Okay. Oh, speaking of sitting around here, I don't see Dorothy anywhere. Right, she was off working in the Bose region. I sent her to snag some photos. What, for a special of some kind? Yeah, related to the Royal Army. You remember that old fort the Sky Bandits were using as a base, right? The one you guys busted? The Army decided that those rats had the right idea and have claimed and repurposed it as a training facility. They're running airship pilot training out of there now. Oh, okay, neat. So she went off to get coverage of the base then? That's the idea, yeah. I was a little worried about sending her out on her own, but gotta do it sometime. Dorothy out on her own, huh? Scary. Oh, wait, duh. Speaking of girls out on their own. What's up? Estelle explained the situation with Ren's parents. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell. Never heard of the guy. Pretty sure he's never been in our classifieds, or our wanted column either. Figures. But hey, this is part of the job, right? If you guys are totally stuck, I'll help you out. We can put them up in the classifieds if you want. I even have a few people in Crossbell I could poke. Thanks, Niall. You're way more reliable than I thought you'd be. I think I need to upgrade my opinion of you. Of course you do. Wait a minute, what do you mean? Was I not reliable before? Just kidding. Alright, let's get back to the guild house then. Scheherazade should be back by now. Hopefully, yes. Thank you again, Niall. Yeah, it was no big. Come by anytime. Alright, that does it for now. Let's see here. I'm going to take a little peek and make sure that I'm not missing anything hidden in terms of quests for this chapter. I did say that there were less quests overall, so we took care of the first 3. We're going to have some more monsters to slay, and it looks like that's it. So yeah, there is only a handful for this chapter, which is a lot like the original Grancel chapter at the end of first chapter. When we got to the final chapter, there weren't that many side quests to do. Alright, let's check in with Elnan. Tita and Rin should be back as well. We're back! There's Shara. Welcome back. Sorry, I know we're a bit late. Hey, where's Tita and Rin? They returned just before you did. I believe they're enjoying the spoils of a hard-fought shopping campaign on the second floor. Sounds like they had fun. Anyway, we've got a lot to report. Yes, please. I see. Sounds like you had a fairly productive day then. I guess. We didn't get anything decisive though. Shara, did you find anything? I managed to find a very large pile of nothing. The hotel, the cathedral, the airship company. No one had the slightest clue as to who'd sent such letters. The leaders of the airship company is deathly afraid the sender might demand money next. There haven't been any follow-up letters though, to anyone. Damn. Doesn't really narrow things down much. How likely do you think it is the society's behind all this? I don't think we can safely say that at this point. Their primary focus up till now has been experimenting with those bizarre gospel orbits they possess. And we know the gospels can create phenomena otherwise unimaginable. Those devices certainly haven't shown an ability to create threatening letters from nowhere, however. Yeah, this doesn't really seem like it matches the society's MO. Huh, I guess Ruan and Zeiss just have me on edge. No, it's perfectly understandable. Regardless, I think we can safely say we've done our part. I'll compile all your testimonies into a report. Could I ask you to deliver it to Colonel Sid at the Herb Royal Villa tomorrow? Sure. We didn't find the sender in the end, so I feel kinda bad, but I guess it's all we can do. Oh, Herb, right. Shara, did you find anything out about Rin? I did have some results on that end, though not in the way I expected. Let me start with the hotel. The Hayworths, all three of them, definitely stayed there for about 2 weeks. They kept the same room for the entire time, in a fairly typical tourist fashion. It was only just this morning that they checked out. Okay. I then visited the cathedral. It seems the Hayworths came to worship a number of times while they were there. However, the father who ministered to them said he felt there was something off about their behavior. They seemed distracted during prayer, specifically. That would match what Hilda said. Yeah. And finally, the airship company. That's where things get very strange. Strange? How so? Their names are Harold, Sophia, and Ren Hayworth from Crossbell, yes? There are no records of anyone matching those names, nor that nationality, and the records go back 6 months. No way, but that is a mystery. Though perhaps they traveled by land? Wait a minute, that can't be right. When we first met her, she was talking about landing in an airship. Yes, at Erletten. She said she saw a lake on the way down. Troubling. It's possible they were traveling under assumed names. Assumed names? Why would they? They may have had something to hide, or they may have been hiding from someone. Either way, they must have known something was wrong before they set out. I've contacted every guild branch in the country about Rin's parents. For the moment, all we can do is wait for more information to come in. As for Rin herself, I think it would be best if she stayed in the care of the guild for now. Yeah, I'd feel terrible if she got wrapped up in something. Could you leave her with me, maybe? The mission kind of feels personal now. I was going to suggest that, actually. Thank you. The guild will pay for everyone's lodgings while you're in Grand Cell, naturally. That includes Rin, so don't worry. Thanks, Elnan. Oh, wait. Speaking of staying the night, we might not actually need that tonight. You see, Estelle told Shara about the invitation to stay at the castle. My, that's quite an invitation. It is, honestly. I'd absolutely love to stay there again, but I'm afraid I'll need to decline this time. It'll be far easier for the guild to reach at least one of us at the hotel. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. We might hear something about Rin's parents. I guess I should stay at the hotel too, then. Sorry, Chloe. No, don't worry. I'll explain the situation to Hilda. I'm sure she won't mind. Zen and I are to stay at our respective embassies. The princess shall retire to her castle, naturally. So that means you two and the girls will be staying at the hotel then. Partying on these terms would be dreadfully dull. Since we're all together this evening, shall we enjoy a nice dinner at the bar? Good idea. And, you know, I'd actually like to hear you play the piano again, Olivier. It's been a while. Ah, sweet maiden, you know just how to pluck my heartstrings. Have you come to appreciate a mature flavor at last, I wonder? I'm going to snap those heartstrings if you keep it up. Snapping or no, we should get along. With a group this large, it could be hard to find seating. Alright, let's call the girls and be off. That evening, Estelle's group and Ren had dinner at the Sunnybell Inn. Olivier, as if it were second nature, took to the piano after a few drinks. Ultimately, even Mueller and Niall were called to come and join. And so passed a pleasant evening in Grand Cell. Okay, let's split up here then. Chloe, be careful on your way home. It's not that far. I think I'll be fine in the capital. Huh? Miss Chloe, you live in Grand Cell? Yes, I do. I'll be staying at my grandmother's house. Well, if you'll pardon me. Have a good night, Chloe. Good night, Chloe. Wow, that was one heck of a party. Olivier even dragged poor Mueller into it. And who was it who dragged poor Mr. Burns into it all? Not that he seemed to mind. Well, I figured, what the heck? Ren, did you have fun? Yeah, I did. The food was good and everyone was talking and about neat stuff. The piano music was really pretty too. Yeah, Olivier is really good at it. I was kind of surprised. Well, he's not all hot air when he calls himself a traveling performer, I guess. Sure you want to duck out already, Shara? Zin and the others are still having a lot of fun. Professional courtesy, Estelle. If I stayed, you know I'd just drink them under the table. Since we do have work tomorrow, I thought I'd cut out early and spare them the pain. Fair enough. Let's go get our hotel rooms then. Pardon, are you the Bracers and company we were expecting? Forgive me, but we were unable to secure a 4-person room for you. Would you be willing to accept a pair of 2-person rooms? Oh, sure. How do you want to split them up, Shara? I'm fine with any arrangement. Set it up however you please. I want to be with Miss Estelle. You've been busy with work, so we haven't had any time to talk at all. No fair, Ren. I want to be with Estelle too. Then you should have said so sooner, Slowpoke. I know. What if we all 3 of us stayed in the same room? We could share a bed? No, that's okay. I'll let you borrow Estelle for tonight, Ren. Thank you, Tita. I think I just got horse-traded. You do have a way with the ladies, Estelle. Well, that leaves the 2 of us, Tita. How about I show you a few tarot card games before we settle in for the night? Okay. Oh, wow! This room isn't like the one I stayed with Mama and Papa. There's a big building outside the window. Oh. It's the same room. Miss Estelle? What's wrong? Nothing, really. More importantly, I'm sorry, Ren. We couldn't find your Papa or Mama today. It's okay. Papa and Mama promised they'd come get me. You don't need to search so hard. But Papa and Mama are very good at hide and seek. Not as good as me, of course, but still good. So, I don't think you'll find them very easily. Is that right? Well, I won't try so hard to find them, but only if you're okay with it. Yeah, it's okay. It's for the best. But never mind that now. I have 2 big favors to ask of you. Oh, what's up? I can't tell you unless you promise to do them ahead of time. Yikes. Did your papa teach you to drive a bargain like that? Okay, sure. If it's something I can do, I promise I will. Really? Yay! The first thing is, can I call you Estelle from now on? Oh, this is a weird, Japanese thing that doesn't localize very well. Huh? Call me? Oh, you mean drop the whole Miss part? Yeah. Tita gets to call you Estelle all the time, so I don't want to have to call you Miss Estelle. Is that right? Alright, I don't mind. I never stood that much on formality anyway, and it's not like I'm your teacher or anything. So, you really don't mind? Estelle. Estelle. Oh, I love it. I'm glad you like it. Call me Estelle as much as you want, Ren. Okay, Estelle? That makes me happy. Aw, that's good. So, what was the other thing, Ren? Oh, yeah, well, can you tell me why you were so surprised when we came into this room? You had this really sad, lonely look on your face. I want to know why. Is that okay? Yeah, it's okay. See, I've actually stayed in this very room before with someone else. Stepping in here just reminded me of him. Really? Was it your lover? Was this your love nest? No, not quite. He's someone I've known for a really long time, and we've gotten very close, but, well, it's complicated. We're not together right now, though. Ooh. Well, what kind of man is he, huh? What's his name? What does he look like? Yikes, questions. His name is Joshua. He has black hair and amber eyes, and he's pretty handsome, I guess. Actually, you'd really call him more beautiful than handsome, really. Huh? Beautiful? Let's just say he made a great princess in a certain play. In fact, it looked amazing on him. Wow, that sounds fun. Can I meet him? When are you seeing him again, huh? I don't really know, actually. Oh, you don't know when you'll see him again? And that's why you look sad, right? Sort of, but I'm okay. I'm going to find him and drag him back home, even if it takes years. But why did you seem so sad? Well, because I'm sure Joshua's off somewhere in way over his head, and I can't do anything to help him. That makes me sad, I guess. Sorry, Ren. This must be pretty boring since you don't know Joshua at all. No way, it's neat. Joshua was a really wonderful person, huh? Wonderful. Actually, right now I think he's a bit of a jerk. I mean, talk about selfish ways of saying goodbye. Taking my first... First what? Nothing at all. Okay, yep, I'm all tired. Time to go to sleep. Hey, no fair. I'm not going to sleep until I hear the whole thing. Boy, I messed that one up. After that, Estelle and Ren went to bed, but remained awake for a little while talking about various things. Eventually, once she could hear nothing but Ren's slow, peaceful breathing, Estelle gave in to the exhaustion which had been piling up on her eyelids and fell deep into sleep herself. Abandoned Mine. So, if you recognize that uniform, that's the former intelligence division. And there's Annalise and Agate. Ha! Bingo! Yep, looks like we found our rats. So they're holed up in the old mine, huh? Not a bad spot, all things considered. This is where those sky bandits kept that ship they hijacked, right? Think so, yeah. Estelle and her team ended up fighting the bandits in a big central hollow, a bit further in. A nice big open space, huh? I bet our guys are in the same spot. So what do you think? Go in for the heroic charge now, or...? Yeah, we don't have time to contact anyone. No heroics, though. At least not yet. First we sneak in and take a look at how many men they got in there. Right behind you. So this is the Bose region, right? That's where we recovered the Lin when it was abducted by the Sky Bandits. That's weird. This is definitely their hideout. Where the hell is everyone? Yeah, we totally tracked them here. So where'd all those intelligence weirdos go? They might have figured out we were onto them, but... screw it. Let's have a look around. No good. This place is an empty shell. Did you see anything, Agate? Not a frickin' thing. Can't tell if they're just out or if they ditched this place or what. Not even any clues as to where they went. About that, I didn't find any mention of where they were going, but I did find this over in that tent. Oh hey, let me have a look. What the hell is... These are blueprints of some kind. Looks like it's for something called the Arguile. It kind of looks like a vehicle of some sort. Ooh, Arguile? That sounds cool. What is it? Some kind of airship? I can't tell. Seems a bit small for one. What the? What's wrong? There's some kind of note in between the pages. I've sent out the invitations. I've got the table and chairs ready. Everything's ready for the tea party. Now all I need is to bake some crumpets and wait for our guests to arrive. Oh, tea party. That's really cute. It's like something out of a storybook. Huh, some kind of code, I guess. The hell does it mean, though? Tea party. Gotta be some kind of... Scatter! Huh? No way! How'd they sneak up on us? Those are some serious stealth skills, guys. Another trick you learned from Lieutenant Red. Hackett? Yeah, I see it. There's something wrong here. Okay, feint to its side, crush one corner of the triangle, and we'll take out the rest. You ready? Leave it to me. Go! Okay! Surprise attack! They got shadow weaving. Oh, that dealt poison damage too. What a bastard. Alright, when we pick up next time, we'll have to fight these intelligence division ops. See you guys then.